I never know how to start these things. Hey guys, it's Dusk, aka Joshua Blair, and I'm here with another background for another makeup tutorial for no reason. So I think today I'm going to go for more of a purple sort of look. I always like to use a lot of colour and a lot of maybe you'll see my favourite hair, and I'll tell you more about who styled it later. So I'm going to take over from here, and you know a bitch ain't got time to cover her eyebrows, so I've shaved them off, and I'm just going in with a small little detailed brush and a purple eyeshadow and drawing the line for our crease. And now with the Morphe R37 brush, I'm just going to grab the exact same purple eyeshadow and just make small circular motions to blend that out. Now with just a cream white, super white, clown white thing, we are going to cover the lid and go against that crease to make it super sharp and defined. Now you've noticed that on the bottom right hand side of my eye, I've left a little area free, and that's just so when the black liner goes on there, it's a lot easier to make it opaque than trying to put black over white. Now just repeat that on the other side. Or don't. Your choice. And hopefully you'll look something like this. Hopefully. And with a seemingly translucent, but I think they're lying powder, we are just going to cover the white to make sure that it stays and doesn't bleed or smudge. And now for the bane of my fucking existence, eyeliner, we're going to connect the outer corner of our crease with the inner corner of our eye and then fill it all in. Now I actually got given this really weird product where it's like a black eyeliner, but it's in like a lipstick sort of packaging, and it's the first time ever using it, but I'm actually pretty happy and excited with how it turned out. But unfortunately, it did stay rather oily, so I'm taking a black eyeshadow and just patting that on top to really keep it matte. And who's matte, you might ask? Good question. The next step is to get our liquid liner, and this is by MAC, and just go over and really make every line perfect and incredibly sharp. Now grab a mysterious Morphe palette and this purple eyeshadow and just go back in and define the crease and darken it up on the inner corner a little bit. And because this brand is seemingly flawless in every possible way, I'm taking a Morphe R39 brush and just buffing that out even more. Now I'm taking my trusty 4W TV paint stick by Krylon and just covering almost every part of my face. Don't forget to go down the neck and do a bit on the ears as well so that everything remains part of the same colour family. And now with a not damp beauty blender, because I don't know fucking why they do that, we are just going to blend that all out and make a seamless and perfect coverage. And now for highlighting, we're grabbing MAC Studio Finish Concealer in NW15, and we're going to draw an upside down triangle under both of the eyes, do a circle in the middle of the forehead, down the bridge of the nose, on the top lip and on the chin, and this will bring those areas forward. And if you don't look something like this, then boy, have you fucked up. And again with a dry beauty blender, we're going to blend all that out, but try and keep it pretty localized to the area that we put it in to begin with. And if you've been following these steps, then your face should look something like mine right now, but possibly completely different. Now we're taking a translucent powder that has a little bit of pigment in it despite it being called translucent powder, thanks Krylon, and packing that on top of our highlight. Now just go ahead and set the rest of the foundation on the face with a thin layer of any sort of powder you have that matches your skin tone or any sort of translucent powder you may have. And once it's set enough that you're able to touch parts of your face with no foundation coming off, you can dust away most of the extra powder we left on before, but leaving it all underneath the eye area. And now for contouring. Yay! I'm taking a piece of just any sort of cardboard and MAC's Dark Deep Loose Powder, and we're just going to make small circle motions from the top of my ear to wherever I want my contouring to stop. And with contouring, it's super immensely important that you blend it out, otherwise you're just going to have a big brown smudge on either side of your face. And now with the same concealer we used for highlighting, we're going to sharpen up the bottom of that line and make it just really perfect. And not that it needs to be said, but please repeat on the other side. And now we're going in with the same contour powder and we're just going to contour our forehead, which means putting the contour powder on the outsides and blending it inwards. This will create the illusion that your forehead is a lot smaller and will draw more attention to your highlighting. And don't forget, it's always okay to go back into areas you've already been to and just fix things up and blend things out more, which is what I'm doing now. I don't know why I do this, because it's not like I have a very masculine jaw, but I am getting that contour powder and I'm just rounding out the bottom of my face, which is blending the shadow upwards to make it look like your face is more rounded and smaller. And I don't know if this is some sort of weird fetish, but my favorite part of drag by far is my chin. So I take my contour powder and I just do a little bit in between my bottom lip and my chin, just to really make it pop. So for the nose contour, we are taking, once again, the exact same shade of contour powder and drawing a V that starts at the tip of our nose and joins up to meet the crease. Now, I don't start mine at the very tip, I start it a little bit further up so that it creates a smaller and thinner nose. And now I'm just taking Deep Freeze by Jeffree Star Cosmetics and putting that on the inner part of my lid, which just created a really nice shimmery blue. So for me, brows are a pretty easy thing to accomplish, but I can easily understand how difficult they can be for other people. So what I do is I start with a diagonal line going up and then a line going right across, and then I fill in pretty much the same shape above it and then fill it in to create an entire brow. Now I'm taking the eyeshadow shade Hot Fudge from the Too Faced Semi-Sweet palette, and I'm just going to put that everywhere that I've drawn the base for the eyebrow so far. Now on the very inner part of the eyebrow, I'm putting the shade Truffle from the same palette, and we're just going to blend those together. And this is definitely not the place to finish your eyebrows and call it quits. So you take a concealer, any sort of one, but this is the same one we used for our highlight, and just go around the top and bottom edges to clean it up and make it sharp. No one wants a blended eyebrow into their forehead and into their crease. But now we're taking Soft and Gentle by MAC and we're putting it on the inner part of the eyebrow so that when you turn your head, it'll catch the light and slightly reflect off it. And now you just got a powder where you put that cream concealer to clean them up, and then you can dust that away and dust away all the extra powder you left underneath your eyes very, very long ago. Now, the inner wing can be pretty difficult, but with a liquid eyeliner, we're just going to complete that, which is pretty much just a triangle on the inside of our eye. And now with just a pencil brush, I am taking the same purple eyeshadow we used in our crease and just adding that underneath the eye to create a sort of color story. And now with the same clown white on our lid, we're just going underneath that inner wing, which will pull the eye more inwards. Now just go on ahead and powder that to set it, and we are almost done for the eyes. But before we finish, we have to take the liquid liner once again and connect our outer wing to the end of the white we just put underneath our inner wing. So many wings! And now, because Miss Fame uses it and I'm all about that life, we are taking Smolder by MAC and just going along our waterline and our lash line. And then, using Smolder again, I'm going to overdraw my lips a lot. Like, seriously, a lot. And I normally start at my Cupid's bow and draw a little sort of M shape and then bring it down to the corners of my natural lips and then bring it all around for the bottom. Wow, gorgeous. Now we're taking Weirdo by Jeffree Star Cosmetics, aka the love of my life, and we are going to go around the perimeter of our lips and stop at the lip line we drew with Smolder. Now this is my favourite combination for an ombre lip, and it's Weirdo around the outside with Blow Pony in the middle, both by Jeffree Star, and it just creates the most stunning lip you could ever hope for in your entire life, so do yourself a favour and do it right now. And then using a fluffy brush, we're just going to blend them together. Now just add some lashes and a stunning wig styled by Esther. That's right. Styled by Esther. I'll leave a link in the description below for a way to contact her, but you so have to check her out. She is an incredible drag queen, singer, hairstylist, makeup artist, everything, so totally check her out. So thank you all for watching, I really do appreciate it, and I really hope I could help at least one person with their makeup. So yeah, peace out guys.